So welcome to this tutorial on customers and vendor payment. In Odoo, we can easily track our paid invoices and bills. So let's see how it works in our database. We are in the database, so let's go to the accounting application to see how to handle our payment. From the dashboard within each journal, it is super easy to see what invoices and bills still have to be paid. So from here, the customer is invoiced. We still have 3 unpaid invoices, 1 late invoice. In vendor, 1 bill to pay, 1 to validate, and we have 1 late bill. So it even gives you what are the bills and invoices are due. So I'm going to check by clicking directly on the unpaid invoices. I can access all the invoices that I have to pay. If you want to pay multiple invoices at the same time, you just have to select directly from the list. And you can register multiple payment at the same time in one click. You can go directly to the invoice and you can also register the payment of your selected invoice by clicking here. Let's say the customer has paid only 400 pesos out of 1,400. Here in Odoo, it gives us option either to keep the rest of the amount open or mark everything as fully paid. Then click Create Payment. As you can see, the invoice is automatically tagged as a partially paid. So we still have 1,000 pesos due for that customer. And we have the information regarding the payment stating it was paid on the 21st of February for the amount of 400 pesos. If you need deeper detail regarding the payment, click the little icon over here. So it is a bit of information about the journal which was booked and the sequence of the entry. Clicking the view button, it gives a detailed view of the payment. You can see on the top the related invoices and the journal entries. If you want to see the effect in the accounting by that payment, just click the journal entry button. So you can see here the payment is booked as followed. On the accounting side, we're going to have an account receivable. We can balance out that amount from the invoice. And on the debit side, you can expect a bank account. Here on Odoo, we use transit account which is called an outstanding receipt account. We're putting a transit account until we have reconciliation with the bank statement. Again, we can link the entry, the payment, and also the reconciled entry. If you click the reconciled entry tab, you can see the payment and we have also the receivable line from the invoice that is partially paid and it also indicate the matching number. So let's create a new payment for the 1,000 pesos. From the customer's menu, go to payment and click create. So here, just input the customer's name and for the amount, 1,000 pesos and save. We already received the payment but it is not linked to the invoice. If you have this kind of unreconciled payment, what you can do is go back to the invoice and you can see we have received a message in a blue banner. It indicates that you have outstanding credit for this customer. You can allocate them to mark this invoice as paid. Here in the customer's invoice, you can manually reconcile. At the bottom of the page, you can see the sequence of the payment and the amount. If you click add, it will automatically reconcile with the invoice and the amount is now 0. If you have noticed, the invoice is now marked in payment. So it is in payment because since we booked the payment into the transit account which is the outstanding receipt. And if when we reconcile with the bank, you can see it automatically paid. So let's now reconcile our payment with our bank statement. To do that, go back to the dashboard. From the bank journal, you can see what's going on your bank account. Now, I'm going to reconcile the two statements with the payment. From the module, you can just click validate. And the rainbow notification appears smiling. Going back to the dashboard, in the bank journal, the outstanding amount is now gone because it has been reconciled. If you go back to the invoice, you can see the banner has changed and the status of the invoice is now completely paid. We can bypass this in payment ribbon. For example, we used cash payment. In this case, we don't have any cash statement like the bank statement. So we're not going to the in payment and afterward go to paid. So we want directly to go to paid. To do that, we need to change the configurations of our journal. So go to configuration, go to journal, and select cash. Let's say every time we pay a vendor bill in cash, we don't want to see any in payment but paid directly. So we need to go to the outgoing tab, and in the manual, we need to make the outstanding payment account appear by clicking here. By default, so if it is empty, it's going to take the default account from the setting in the accounting tab. But you can change it and go directly to the paid status. Just put the main account from the journal, so it is the cash account. Then click save. Now we're going to our vendor bills. Here, I'm going to take the late bill and I'm going to register the payment. Exactly the same way that we used with our customer's invoice. Here, I'm going to choose the cash journal and create payment. And the status goes directly to paid. And that's it. That's the end of this tutorial. Bye-bye.